Thank you so much for coming this evening. We have some more VIP giveaways to do. So if you are a VIP, we have some drawing we're going to be doing here right away. Also, we're going to be doing a Q&A. First of all, let's do a drawing for one of the Sabretooth. If you don't know, that was me in the first X-Men. Well, you know, somebody had to be, right? Okay.
Christina Fuller.
Christina Fuller, come on down. Are you here? Did Christina leave already? We scared the heck out of her? All right, well, we'll try another one here. Okay, who do we have here?
Felicia Hayes.
Is there a Felicia Hayes? Felicia Hayes in the building? Is that Felicia? No, it's Trisha Hayes. Trisha Hayes. It's kind of dark in here, you know. See me afterwards and I will sign that for you. So, well, thank you all for coming to the Carolina Theater, which is a haunted theater, which, yes, there are some crazy ghost stories here, so we figured it would be a great place to have our supernatural thriller. So, Renee wrote this. We produced it. And it was our passion for the last 2 years, over 2 years. 3 years? 3 years, oh my God. But we did 4 page-one rewrites from, and it took us 1.5 years to do that. And we had a great time doing that. But also, this was made possible by some people in the audience here. We have some of our favorite investors in the audience here. We have a John Saunders. Come on down. We have a Bobby Ziegler in the audience. And we have a Robert Finnish in the audience. So come on down, guys. And we had 2 of these guys in our film that came down. They wanted to see how it was going, and we made them partake. So I will let you say hi. These people know you guys, so. Thank you guys. With you guys, we were able to make this film. John and Bobby came to set, and one of our prizes that we are giving away to the VIPs is a walk-on role to be killed by me in a movie. Now, I didn't get to kill you guys. I know you guys wanted that, but we let you do some killing and have some fun. And thank you so much for being a part of that. Now, who here as a VIP wants to get killed in a movie by me? Yeah, right? But we got a bunch of stuff here. Renee,
We should do some questions.
Since we're doing a Q&A.
It's a question and answer. So actually what we're going to do is if anybody has any questions about filmmaking or the film or the script or what happened, I know somebody who knows, or what it was like to be involved in the film or how they got involved with the film, does anyone have any questions for us? Because we will be more than happy to answer.
Or dental questions.
Or dental questions, apparently. Yes. Yes, you. It's you. You only get one. Pick your best one. Well, it got stolen. The chapter got stolen. No, I think honestly the thing was the dad was all for it. Yeah, no, I didn't read it because I thought it was going to be really cool that we were going to be hanging out in the house all together. Is my take on it. In my opinion, the dad wasn't lazy, he was a little obsessed and a little kooky. So he was all for what was going on. He didn't care. Exactly. And the daughter pulled it out because she thought maybe that would be pertinent information someday, so she hid it in her room, and then of course something bad happened to her, so now she's trying to cue them into where it is my thought. I'll give you one more question. What was your other question? Clearly because I was jealous. Actually what it was part of it was we had 18 days to film this movie. And I don't know if you know this, but you have to pay your actors by the day. And she was expensive, so we had her for one day, and then I was like, she's out. Is that a good answer? Yes.
Oh, you know what? If you win, we can maybe work that out for you. The question was, he wants to get killed and have his head chopped off so he can save him some dental bills.
It was actually more of a statement, really.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? Yes. The question is, did anything creepy and eerie happen on our set while filming?
Yes, John and Bobby showed up. No, we were shooting, it was set up in an orchard on a hill, and we had a couple of guys that were staying there at night, and I swear they got freaked out so bad, they went and locked themselves in the trailer until we came back. They would not stay in the house. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, maybe they read the script too many times. Who knows? Yes, you have a question over there? That is a good question. She asked if the people who were killed in this film were previous investors in the other films. No, those were my friends. That's what I do to my friends. No, actually, the guy that lost his head in the film that was the security guard, that's Todd Farmer. He's a famous writer. He wrote Drive Angry, My Bloody Valentine, and she said they saw the pre-show. Some people didn't. So I'm just explaining. And Jason X. And we asked him to come on down, and he helped us with the catering. He helped us with all that stuff, and we said, hey, we want you in the movie. And he luckily had a bust of his head and said, hey, if you want to chop my head off, we can do it. I said, great, can we bloody it up? He said, fine.
That actually helps when you're writing a low-budget movie, when somebody brings you a decapitated head and says, hey, here's my head, and you say, well, that wrote itself. So, yes, in the back. What is our next project? Well, interestingly, we're location scouting here in the North Carolina area for the next couple days. We really love North Carolina, and I'm a little frightened, I have to tell you, because we were driving around yesterday looking at the Myers house between here and Raleigh, and Tyler has said to me about 5 times now, which is kind of getting me a little nervous, maybe a little nervous, excited, I don't know. He said to me about 5 times, you know, North Carolina's really great. I could really live here. So, I don't know. Our next project is called Penance Lane, and it's a little, this is one that I might be able to show my mom and have her say, I don't know, it's not really my kind of movie, but it was good, honey. The next one, I will not show my mother. The next one, well, she won't like. It's a little more hardcore.
Yes, a little more along the lines of zombie, but then after that, some of you guys might have read a book called The Last Spartan. Yes. This gentleman here wrote The Last Spartan, and it's kind of a crazy story how we actually met, right?
Yes.
Why don't you need to tell this story?
I know it only from my perspective. I wrote a book, and I wrote a book, and my kids said, you know, boy, Dad, this make a great movie. And I said, who would play this iconic motorcycle enforcer? And both of them said, Tyler Maine. And I said, oop, and I said, well, I don't know anything about making a movie. So I went online and found one of those fan sites that told me how to send him a book. And I did not know if he ever got the book.
I received the book.
And then one day, after his wife has guided him, I get a call at the office, and they said it's, and my wife answered the phone, and they said it's Tyler Maine with a message, but they didn't get me because I'm too busy to come to the phone, so they take a message. And so I go back in the office, and there's a note that Tyler Maine called and a phone number, and I thought, well, it's got to be a joke. It can't be Tyler Maine. And so I called him, and we decided we ought to make a movie.
That's about my view.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. You know, I mean, the book sat on my desk for a while, and Renee read it, and she goes, damn, this is a good book. You got to read this. You know, and me being slightly dyslexic as a kid, and you know, I don't really like to do all of that reading and stuff. So I make her do it. She was an editor-in-chief. She can figure it out. And she said, no, you got to really read this book. And I read it, and the story is just fantastic, and I cannot wait to bring that to the big screen, and hopefully you guys will all be back here, and we'll be doing this once again. Yeah. Yes? Will I come speak to your theater students? When? You never know, I may, if we get back through this area, I would love to. Super. Yeah, I mean, it is a fantastic business. I mean, I am so thankful to be in this business. I enjoy it. And without all you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do and have fun doing it. So, do we have some more questions? Yes, we have a question right over there. I'll get to you guys.
Yeah, that was right before the final conflict, the bell rang. Is that some sort of wrestling?
I like that, but I'm going to let her answer that.
They just told me to say yes. Actually, what that was what we called the house in that sort of entry area there. Of course, anytime you're filming a movie and you find a location, you're going to have what you wrote. And we always say what the script that you write, the script that you shoot, and the script that you edit are 3 different projects. So in my script, the house was actually surrounded by a forest. But when you're in Los Angeles and you want to shoot in a forest, it's extreme fire danger. So you have to pay for a fire marshal, and you have to pay for a giant fire truck, and you have to pay for all these things. So when we found a location on the top of a hill, I said, that sounds good to me. I'll rewrite everything around that. And the house itself had such a character, but the problem was the front door, which was supposed to be where a lot of the action happened, was actually set apart from the door onto the driveway. So when we toured the house, I said, well, I love this location, but I'm going to have to do a lot of rewriting. And he said, do it. And so I did it. But we called that little area between that door to the driveway and the door to the house, we called that the shark cage, which is sort of protected, but you're sort of vulnerable. And that little bell just happened to be there. And when he walked in, and we shot this movie mostly consecutively. I mean, you know, that's really nice as an actor to shoot a movie consecutively, because very often you're shooting out of sequence, so you come to a scene and you're at the beginning, and then you shoot the same location and you're at the end of the movie, so you're working really hard to figure out where you are in your acting moments. In this film, we were lucky enough to shoot it pretty much consecutively, just in terms of budget, we couldn't break something and then reset it up. If it was broken, it was done. So we saved the big fight for the end. But that said, when he walked in at the beginning, one time and done. When he walked in at the beginning, he just had this really cool little moment where he walked in, and as an actor, he looked at that bell and he thought, I've probably seen that a million times, and he just went ding, and it stayed in the movie. And so we thought, well, when they come through the shark cage, when William gets into the shark cage, he should hit that bell too, as a warning that he's coming. So, although I would love to say that it was a wrestling reference, and it should be, and it is. Now, from now on, I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to tell you that was how it happened.
That was a wrestling reference, yes. Thank you. Yes, you have a question back there? Yes.
Yeah, it actually, we had an insert shot of it on the floor so that we could tell the audience, hey, look, this is important. And it was a little too over the top, so in the final edit, we actually pulled that insert shot out just so that people like you could notice, oh, there was something that fell out there, I wonder what that was. And the kid kind of looks at it, but nobody talks about it. So at the end, when it comes back, you've seen it before. Hopefully you've seen it before, unless you were out getting a glass of wine and then it's a surprise. Yes?
Hey, I have a question for Tyler.
Oh, that's me. I got this.
Yes.
I do CrossFit. I was wondering how much you squat.
Actually, she does CrossFit.
That is my mantra.
If you talk to anybody who's out in the lobby right now, the joke is every time I pick something up, I say, I do CrossFit.
Yeah, bro, can you even lift?
My 1 rep max, I'm very proud of this. A lot of you have no idea what we're talking about right now, but I do CrossFit. I was trying to do my 1 rep max in the back squat, and my little adorable coach finally said at 185, she said, I can't actually spot you anymore, so we have to stop. I'm still mad about that. But
My front squat's 175.
that's amazing. Her front squat is 175. Nobody wants to take that girl on. Yes, a round of applause.
Now, for me, at my age, the only squatting I do is on the toilet. So. I'm just saying. Yeah, right? Okay, we got a couple of giveaways to do. What is the name of this winner?
Janice Harris.
Janice Harris, you have won a $25 gift certificate to, that's
Natty Green.
Natty Greens. Are you here? Come on down. Janice Harris. She's going to run that to you, and then we're going to be over there afterwards, and I'm going to hit you up for a beer. Just saying. And there we go. All right. And your name is?
Wendy Johnson, come on down.
Wendy Johnson, come on down. You won $25 to Barbaritos. Run that up.
Southwestern Grill and Cantina.
Southwest. There we go. We'll go there after that. Here, I need those names. Now, I have a question. I'm going to ask a question as a fan here. You two guys got to come down on set and have some fun with us. Why don't you tell these people a little bit about your experience?
Favorite memory?
Besides meeting me.
I think the best for us was the scene with Jelly. You know, how we saw her and how she turned around and she fell. You saw the scene. Cut, gets up, comes over to my wife Kim. I got a picture of them right after the scene. So it just makes it so different to see it on the screen tonight. The day we did, it was a bright day. It was pretty. So that was my most memorable moment of the whole movie.
And you when she turned around and her eye poked out.
Yeah, her eye was out, her throat was cut.
She's so friendly.
And just like Scott is okay.
Mine, of course, was with me. The first time I was on, we were shooting the stabbing the dentist with the spear scene, and we did a take, and the director said, let's come out and look at the monitor. And I thought it was because I did so darn good. And I looked at the monitor, and I am grinning like a kid at Christmas that got a puppy, and I'm just smiling. And he looks at me and says, you know you're not supposed to be so happy. And I said, well, I can be crazy. He said, but you're supposed to be mean. And I realized then I smiled all the time, and it was hard not to grin because it's so exciting. I mean, to be on the set and, you know, and doing that stuff, I mean, it's just kind of intoxicating. Luckily, you know, everybody else was mean to us, so we got to stay in character.
I would like to tell a story about Bobby and John on set. What I heard was actually from Aaron Epstein, who was the person that you chopped his arm off and killed him. And apparently after this conversation with the director, who said, maybe you shouldn't smile through the whole scene, John. Maybe you guys could, let's do this. Let's really go get him. Let's get him. And Aaron said from his perspective on the ground, he saw two dentists turn to him like this. And it was on. And then the scene was really good.
It was very good, and we heard the director whisper to him, get away if you can. Well, after about the second take, I was ready to, you know, drop a forearm on him or something. He wasn't getting up. We get into it. There was no way he was going to get away from it.
We actually didn't really cut his arm off like in the movie. That wasn't written. They just did it. All right, our next winner is?
Mark Lamont.
Mark Lamont, you have just won a pre-signed poster by Derek Mears, Muse Watson, and Tyler Main's about to sign it for you. As soon as he gets a pen out of my pocket.
Oh, is that a gold? I need gold. Silver.
He's kind of OCD.
Okay. So did you enjoy it? Very good. All right. Go. There you go.
All right, Tyler, what is our next prize?
What are you giving away? That's funny. He just said he'd see him in a couple of months.
Does anyone else have any questions? Just, oh, in the back, yes. Who designed the logo? Which logo? Compound Fracture? Oh, Main Entertainment. That was kind of an amalgamation. Tyler wanted a lion, and I told him that if he was going to have one lion, he was going to have two lions. And so, actually, a friend of mine, Steve Furco, who was a comic book artist, worked on it for us. He did the painting for us, and another designer actually put the lines together. But any other questions while they're looking? Yes, you. What did the strings mean hanging from the trees? Those are called Korean spirit boards. They're spirit boards from Korea. And I saw a picture of them online when I was doing research, and I thought they just looked creepy. So I used them. All right, we have some more prizes. John Saunders is going to call our next winner.
Kelly Keating.
Kelly Keating, you have won.
3 appetizers from Trips.
You have won 3 appetizers from Trips Restaurant. Present this card to receive 1 appetizer up to $9 free. 3 of them. Where are you? I'm going to trust you guys to pass those down. I want all 3 of them to make it down there.
Oh, there you go.
Who's next?
The next one?
Adam Williams.
Adam Williams.
$25 to Natty Green.
$25 to Natty Greens. Adam Williams, that's going to come in handy in about 20 minutes.
More questions?
More questions? Any more questions? Ooh, whoa, oh, so many.
I love how she was running down the lane. She was like, I need to do CrossFit today. I didn't get to, so. But anyhow, we have a question. Back. Yes, you. Yes, you. Sure. Oh my God. How many scenes did it take to you guys get your stuff right? How many takes did it get? How many times do you think we rolled that beautiful bean footage on you guys?
It's not a number, it's more of a time factor. Maybe it's like 6 hours.
I think I nailed it in 1 take, but Bobby, we had to, shoot it maybe 30 or 40 times. That's when we looked so dirty, and he looked so beat up on the ground because he was in clean clothes when we started, and when we were done, he was beat.
We actually filmed the entire movie in 3 days. The rest of the shoot was all done. Yes.
So, what was your inspiration for the film if this was your baby?
What was my inspiration for the film if this was my baby?
No, I'm her baby.
When we started talking about doing our own film, what we wanted to do was one location and a small cast, just because we were doing a very low budget film. And so my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and that was really difficult for me. And another friend of ours had had a murder-suicide in his family, and we were just sort of talking about those things at the same time. And I said, wouldn't that be interesting if we rolled them together? So that's what we did. Is that a good answer? Yes, ma'am. I did do all my own stunts. It was my favorite. I had one bruise, and it was my own fault. In the house, I was fine. Everybody kept saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm acting." And outside in the garage, I actually had one bruise, and that was my own fault because Derek Mears is really strong. And when I was doing the jump, I had to throw myself onto the garage, but really you throw yourself onto the mat. And then you do another shot where you hit the wall. And I thought he wasn't selling it enough, so I thought I would just do a little violent, push myself against the wall. I really hit myself against the wall, and I had a big old bruise. I probably should have just let Derek do it.
And then she got another bruise when she walked into the door that was closed.
My parents actually call it pulling a Renee in my house to this day if you do something klutzy, so probably shouldn't let me do my own stunts. We're doing another drawing.
Steve Adams.
Steve, I got that wrong. Steve Adams, you have won $20 to Graffiti's Bistro. Steve Adams. Steve Adams, with your hand up. You're Steve Adams. You're welcome.
And we have another one.
We have another winner.
Kevin Michaud.
Kevin Michaud.
There you go.
Michaud. $20.
Going drinking, buddy.
$20 to Graffiti's Bistro.
Okay, we're going eating.
We're going eating. All right, what's next?
Put these back in. We're going to pick some more names, ask another question.
I'm going to ask another question while they pick the next winner. Yes, you.
Tyler,
Oh, that's me.
how did it feel when you took yourself down to have Jason beat the crap out of you for once?
How did it what?
How did it feel to take yourself down and have Jason beat the crap out of you?
Well, you know, the thing is, my wife was writing those scenes when we had a little bit of an argument. So she goes, "I think Derek's going to beat the heck out of you right now." And I was like, whatever.
And then I'm going to save the day.
And then she's going to come in and save the day, and it'll be great. So, but, no, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I had a great time working with Derek. And the thing is, I mean, for something like that, you've got to build the antagonist up. And I didn't really need to build him up that much. He loved beating me down. It was crazy. So we got some more winners.
And the other thing is, in this film, which Tyler, after I wrote the movie, and Tyler read the movie, and he read the rewrite, and he said, I really like that. And then he read it, he helped me write it. And then he said, right before we started filming, he said, you know, I just realized that I get my butt beat through this whole movie. What are we doing? And I said, honey, it's about the family. The family has to come together. And he said, all right. So we did it. All right, who's the next winner?
Vange Wilhoit.
Vange Wilhoit, you have won $20 to Graffiti's Bistro. Vange Wilhoit. Tyler will run that. He's not really going to run. He's going to walk.
I'm going to live
quickly, like Michael Myers.
It's all good. There you go, man. I appreciate it.
Who is our next winner?
Jody White.
Jody White. Jody White. What did he win? $20 to Bistro. Graffiti Bistro. Does anybody have any questions while they're running? Oh my, there's so many. You, sir. Oh, who wins in a wrestling match, Tyler Bane or Johnny Fairplay? I don't know the answer to that question. Shall we find out right now?
Johnny, I would beat your ass. We got to pick some more names, get them picking some more names. We got to have some more questions. Somebody has to have a question. Yes, you over here. Yes.
Will we ever see a Michael versus Jason?
You just did. Michael, you know what? You probably won't, because they're two separate franchises, and I hate to say it, but both the companies would get in a pissing contest to see who would win. And then we'd really have to beat the crap out of each other, and it'd be not very nice. We got winners. We have winners.
What we got?
We have got a signed Michael Myers. This is my Michael Myers by the Grave poster.
I did not actually put this one out on the table tonight because it's the only one we have. It was actually a moment that the still photographer caught on Halloween. He was reclining on a grave in full costume, and it's pretty amazing. So this is the only one here tonight, and the next winner wins this.
Patricia Lamont.
Patricia Lamont. I'm gonna run it up.
Why are you going to sign it?
He'll sign it. We'll meet halfway, and then he'll sign.
She takes the mic. There we go.
I'm back.
We have two more.
We have two more appetizers to trips, and the winner is Jay Spotty.
Jay.
Jay Spotty.
Jay Spivey.
All right.
What's the next prize here, Tyler?
So, questions. Ask questions.
Oh, any more questions? Yes, you.
How did you hook up with Leslie Easterbrook?
So how did you hook up with Leslie Easterbrook, who I grew up watching in Police Academy?
Police Academy. Do you want to?
Well, actually, Leslie and I did Devil's Rejects together. Yeah, she was Mama Firefly and the Halloweens, but Leslie is one of the major reasons why we are doing this and started our own production company. We were sitting in Rob Zombie's backyard at the picnic table. I know, Rob Zombie has a picnic table in his backyard, right? Go figure. So we were sitting at the picnic table, and Leslie said, you know, Renee, Tyler, you guys should do your own stuff. And Sid Haig was there going, yeah, you guys should. And we ended up doing our own stuff. And it was just fitting to call Leslie and say, hey, Leslie, please, will you be in our movie? And she was like, oh, I'd love to. So, I mean, it's just, the way the cast came together was just fantastic, you know? We have a question back there. Here's this. Yes. Yes, you, finally, we got you. I'm here for you.
Actually, there were a lot of changes. There was, I mean, anytime that you get to a place and you have 18 days, it was kind of nice to be the writer on the set, because I'd be really frightened to find out what they did to my script if I wasn't there and they ran into these problems. But there's a couple videos of the behind the scenes where Muse, of course, had a lot of lines, and he turned to me and he said, I just want you to know, at the next movie I do, I want to be a mute. I said, I'm sorry, but all his lines were pretty much in one day. But he was, you know, on the fly, we would write scenes and we would say, well, that doesn't really work, we don't have time to do that, I guess, hey Muse, you're not in the scene. And he was like, yes. So at the beginning of the film, originally, there was a scene where Derek is in the forest. He's actually there behind the tree, and the kid gets the scratch on his face because William is in the forest waiting for him. His power's starting to build, and he's standing at the tree, and the kid sees the dead bird that William killed, and he goes to turn around, and he doesn't see that Derek is behind him, but the audience does. And just given the time factor that we had and the way the lighting was, we couldn't quite get that, and so we had to go back actually after we finished the film and shoot a little bit of William on the road, you know, so that you knew there was an impending danger. But there was a lot of stuff like that. There was a lot of dialogue that maybe might have made things clearer more at the beginning, but nobody wants to watch talking. in a horror movie, so we cut a lot of that kind of stuff out. So, yeah, but I had a lot of fun kicking butt. I think in my next movie I want to play like a Greek goddess or something like that. I'll beat Tyler.
We got some winners.
All right, we have some winners. What is our next prize? We have winners, but oh, it is a compound fracture casting crew T-shirt. I don't know if you guys saw these, but there's only 70 of these in existence. We actually normally don't sell them. I sold them tonight because we had sold a bunch of T-shirts at the convention, so I wanted to have a few more T-shirts. But this is the T-shirt that the actual casting crew got for being on the film, and our winner is
Hunter.
Hunter. There he is. All right, and our next winner.
This should fit, Hunter.
This will fit.
Yeah.
What size is it?
I don't know. What size?
Actually, you should. There's one of each size in that pile, so you should figure
All right.
out what size he is.
What size are you, my man?
I don't know, whatever you got.
Well, we can wrap it around your leg. Okay. Oh, that's here.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so the next prize winner, I actually pulled one and I didn't call her name. That was a spoiler. Is another signed 8x10 by Derek Muse and Tyler, and the winner is Teresa Young. Who is Teresa Young? There she is, Tyler. Bring her that and sign it while you
Where
go.
is she?
She's right there. She's waving her hands all inside. All right.
I'm coming.
Our next prize winner, we're getting close to the grand prize winner, and I just want you all to know that all of these names will be put back in, and we'll shake it up real good for the grand prize winner. The next prize winner is a winner of a Natty Greens gift certificate for $50. They can buy me a lot of beer tonight. FYI, and this winner is
Bobby Ziegler.
Nope. Nice try, dude.
Harry Weisbecker.
Harry Weisbecker, $50 to Natty Greens. There you go. Oh, there's a camera right here. I'm totally photobombing you. All right, any more questions? And then we're gonna get to the grand prize winner.
Yes.
How many pallets did it take to build a treehouse? Is that, you need to, I need to.
Actually, you know, since it's indie film, our guy that was doing our set design was building that in our driveway.
I painted it.
2 days, and she painted it, 2 days before we went to shoot. So we had this crazy thing in our driveway, and everybody's driving by going, what the hell is in Maine's driveway? But yeah. Any other questions? Questions? Anybody? Yes. Do it. What was that question again? Oh, hell no, you take it into consideration, because that's the only time I can do that. You know?
Tell them about the cast.
We walked into the living room in that house, and I was like, oh, thank God. But we had a height limit for our film. We said no one under 5'8" could be in our movie, 5'9" could be in our movie, because that's her height. And we stuck to it. So what do we have now? We have a grand prize winner who is going to be in the drawing for the 70 cities, win props for the movie, possibly win screen-worn clothing, a walk-on role when you get killed by me. Right? And also, I am putting up one of my Michael Myers screen-worn Halloween jumpsuits. And a full outfit by Affliction Clothing, who is helping us sponsor the tour. So the winner is, oh, and tonight you will get a signed poster of the movie by the entire cast, and you will win one of the Compound Fracture shirts, also, cast and crew shirts. Drum roll, somebody. Hurry up, we're not gonna get this going. And the winner is.
If I get Johnny Fairplay, I'm gonna be really sad. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually Shelby Roberts.
Oh, I heard Shelby, there's no
I think
Shelby
Johnny
Roberts.
Fairplay just changed his name to Shelby Roberts. Shelby Roberts. Does someone in this building know Shelby Roberts? Huh?
There's no going once.
Are we?
Going twice. I guess.
Well, there's no way to get touched. You gotta be present to win.
Are you pulling that one? You're saying that? Okay. Well, go for it. Okay, here we go. I think we're going to do another drum roll. Okay, well, and we have...
Stephanie Fooser? Stephanie Fusco? Is that Stephanie Fusco? There you go. Sorry.
Fairplay goes just as good. So get her poster and t-shirt. We might... I know, we'll have to put her on an apple box or something before I kill her. You never know. Well, thank you everyone for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the evening. I hope you enjoyed the movie. Thank you for supporting indie films. And we will see you all over at Natty Green's. We will be over there. If you won some of the prizes, I expect a drink.